What if I told you that 2026 could decide whether Mazda thrives or struggles for the next decade? Because that's exactly where we are right now. For 2026, Mazda is preparing one of the most high-stakes and polarizing strategies in its modern history. While much of the auto industry is moving in one clear direction, full electrification, bigger vehicles, higher prices, Mazda is doing something very different. Instead of following the crowd, Mazda is splitting its bets. They're doubling down on driving enthusiasts. While still expanding electrification, they're talking about affordable trucks in a market obsessed with oversized pickups. And at the same time, they're stepping into premium electric territory where competition is brutal. That raises a serious question. Is this a perfectly balanced strategy, or a risky mismatch that could stretch the brand too far? Because the rumored 2026 lineup isn't subtle. It includes a lightweight, non-turbo next-generation Miata that refuses to abandon traditional driving feel. A controversial rotary-powered RX model used not as a sports car engine, but as an electric range extender. A compact, value-focused B2000 pickup aimed at buyers priced out of today's truck market. A new entry-level CX-20 crossover. A fully redesigned CX-5 which remains Mazda's most important vehicle. And at the top, a premium electric SUV designed to move Mazda further upmarket. That's not one strategy. That's several strategies happening at once. And that's where the risk comes in. Mazda is trying to preserve its identity as a driver-focused brand while navigating emissions regulations, EV uncertainty, rising costs, and shifting consumer expectations, all at the same time. If even one pillar fails, the pressure on the rest of the lineup increases. So before we talk about electric SUVs or compact trucks, we need to start with the heart of Mazda's philosophy. The next-generation MX-5 Miata, because this car may be the clearest signal of what Mazda truly believes. At a time when performance is measured in horsepower, figures in 0 to 60 times, Mazda appears committed to something else entirely. Lightweight, balance, and driver connection. The plan points toward a naturally aspirated engine, a chassis targeting well under 2,500 pounds, a manual transmission, and no turbocharging or full electrification. In today's market, that isn't just unusual, it's defiant. Engineers often say weight is the enemy of engagement. And by resisting heavy batteries and complex turbo systems, Mazda is protecting the very qualities that made the Miata iconic in the first place. Sales numbers may be modest, but the Miata's impact on brand identity is massive. It acts as a halo, reminding buyers that Mazda still builds cars for people who love to drive. But here's the catch. Keeping a pure internal combustion sports car alive in 2026 isn't easy. Emissions regulations, especially in places like California, are tightening fast. Mazda will likely need advanced efficiency technology behind the scenes to keep the Miata legal. Still, for enthusiasts, the message is clear. In a world racing toward conformity, Mazda is choosing to stand apart, and that sets the tone for everything else that follows. If the Miata represents Mazda's heart, then the Rotary RX project represents its nerve, because this may be the most controversial decision Mazda makes in 2026. Instead of reviving the Rotary as a traditional high-revving sports car engine, Mazda is expected to use it in a completely different role, as a range extender for an electric powertrain. In simple terms, the Rotary wouldn't directly drive the wheels. It would act as a generator, producing electricity to extend driving range. And that idea has split the enthusiast world right down the middle. For decades, the Rotary engine has been defined by emotion, high revs, a unique sound, lightweight design, iconic performance cars. To many fans, using that heritage as a generator feels wrong, almost like watering down a legend. But from an engineering perspective, this move actually makes a lot of sense. Rotary engines are compact, smooth, and naturally balanced. They perform best when running at a steady speed. Exactly what a range extender needs. Many of the Rotary's historical weaknesses, like emissions and fuel efficiency under changing loads, are reduced when it operates at a constant RPM. That's why some analysts see this as a clever compromise. Mazda keeps the Rotary alive, meets modern emission standards, and avoids the massive weight and cost of large battery packs. Others, however, argue that attaching an RX badge to anything other than a true rear-wheel drive Rotary sports car risks disappointing loyal fans. Either way, this decision shows something important. Mazda isn't abandoning its past, it's reinterpreting it. And that same mindset carries over into another surprising move: the return of a compact pickup. In the United States, trucks have become enormous and expensive. Many buyers who just want a simple, practical work vehicle are priced out of the market. That's where the rumored B2000 compact truck enters the picture. The idea is straightforward. Smaller size, lower price, easier to park. Better fuel efficiency. A truck designed for real-world use, not just image. Market analysts say demand for this kind of vehicle is quietly growing, especially among younger buyers, small business owners, and urban drivers. But the challenge is enormous. Modern safety regulations and rising manufacturing costs make building a truly affordable truck extremely difficult. Mazda would need to walk a very fine line, keeping costs down without cutting corners on safety or technology. If they pull it off, the B2000 could become one of the smartest moves in the lineup. If they don't, it could struggle before it ever gains momentum. And that brings us to the bigger theme. Mazda isn't choosing the easy path in 2026. They're choosing the complicated one. This is where Mazda's 2026 strategy becomes truly complicated. Because while sports cars and compact trucks grab headlines, SUVs are what actually pay the bills, and Mazda is adding more of them. The first is the new CX-20, expected to sit below the redesigned CX-5. On paper, the logic is clear. Entry-level crossovers remain one of the fastest-growing segments in the U.S. market. A smaller, more affordable SUV could attract first-time buyers and help Mazda improve fleet fuel economy numbers. But there's a real risk hiding here. Mazda's SUV lineup is already crowded. Add too many overlapping models, and you don't grow sales, you just shift them around. Industry strategists warn that excessive overlap can blur brand messaging and confuse buyers. If the CX-20 isn't clearly differentiated on price, size, and features, it could end up stealing customers from the CX-5 instead of bringing in new ones. That means pricing discipline will be critical. Mazda has to be very clear about who the CX-20 is for and who it isn't. Then there's the other end of the spectrum. The EZ60 electric SUV represents Mazda's most ambitious gamble yet. This vehicle isn't aimed at budget buyers. It's positioned as a premium EV, designed to compete in a space dominated by well-known luxury brands. And that raises two uncomfortable questions. First, will buyers pay premium EV prices for a Mazda? Second, can Mazda deliver the range, charging performance, software, and refinement that premium EV buyers expect? Mazda has made real progress over the past decade. Interiors are better, design is sharper, driving dynamics are more refined. But brand perception doesn't change overnight. In the EV world, competition is fierce, pricing is unstable, and incentives shift constantly. If the EZ60 is priced too high, demand could be limited. If it's priced too low, margins disappear. Mazda is walking a tightrope between aspiration and reality. And this is where the pressure starts to build. Because while Mazda experiments with new segments and technologies, one vehicle cannot afford to fail. The CX-5. This is Mazda's sales backbone in the U.S. market. The fully redesigned 2026 CX-5 is expected to bring updated styling, improved interior quality, more advanced technology, and, most importantly, stronger hybrid options. Competitors like the RAV4 and CR-V dominate partly because of efficient hybrid systems. Mazda has to close that gap. Experts agree that if the new CX-5 doesn't deliver, none of the halo cars or EV experiments will matter. So now the question becomes larger than any single model. Is Mazda building a master plan or stretching itself too thin? That answer comes down to whether this diverse lineup creates clarity or confusion. When you step back and look at Mazda's 2026 lineup as a whole, one thing becomes clear. This company is refusing to choose a single future. Instead of going all in on electrification, Mazda is keeping internal combustion alive where it matters. Instead of abandoning enthusiasts, it's doubling down on driving feel. At the same time, it's cautiously expanding into electric vehicles, experimenting with new segments, and chasing buyers who want affordability as much as innovation. That approach spreads risk, but it also multiplies it. The challenges are real. Emissions regulations continue to tighten. The EV market remains volatile, with pricing swings and intense competition. Brand identity becomes harder to communicate when one lineup tries to be many things at once. And behind it all, research and development costs keep climbing. If several of these projects stumble at the same time, Mazda could feel serious financial pressure. But here's the other side of the story. In an industry increasingly filled with look-alike crossovers and predictable EVs, Mazda is choosing differentiation. The Miata keeps the brand emotionally connected to enthusiasts. The rotary range extender keeps a legendary technology alive in a modern form. The compact truck targets a gap most automakers have ignored. The CX-5 redesign anchors the lineup with volume and stability. And the premium EV tests how far Mazda can push its brand upward. This isn't chaos. It's a calculated gamble. Industry experts suggest that Mazda doesn't need every model to be a runaway success. If just a few hit their targets, especially the CX-5 and Miata, the entire strategy gains credibility. Those vehicles provide the foundation that allows Mazda to experiment elsewhere. But if the CX-5 fails to keep pace with rivals, or if the EV gamble misses the mark, the margin for error shrinks fast. That's why 2026 matters so much. It's not just about new models. It's about identity. Mazda is deciding whether it wants to be another brand chasing trends, or a company that defines its own path, even when that path is harder. And that brings us back to the question on the thumbnail. Is this lineup a perfect match, or a costly mistake? The answer won't come from press releases or concept reveals. It will come from buyers, from enthusiasts, from families choosing their next crossover, from small business owners looking for affordable tools, from EV shoppers deciding whether Mazda belongs in that conversation. One thing is certain. By choosing courage over conformity, Mazda has ensured that 2026 won't be forgettable. And whether this gamble pays off or not, it will define the brand for years to come. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Mazda is making the right call, or stretching itself too thin? Match or mistake? Let me know in the comments.